number 7, and this is where we are going to look at this spreadsheet of our keywords that we got from Cluster AI, and we're gonna look at these massive volume keywords. When there's a massive volume like this, we want to make use of all the variations. So if I double click into the variations, you can see just how many variations there are. And since it's such a huge volume, we want to make use of all the variations by grabbing a couple of the most interesting of the first of this series and making keywords out of them. So I'm going to grab, let's see, palliative definition. Let's do palliative definition. So I'm going to come over to the row right here that says number 1, and I'm going to control click and put insert one row below. And then right here, I'm going to put palliative definition. Okay, so I'm just going to choose to have that as the next keyword. And then right here, I'm going to grab, so I'm going to leave like the first 30 for this palliative care meaning for that keyword. And now I'm going to grab like the next 30 for this one. So we're just kind of going to make use of this huge keyword. Okay, so now I'm going to just paste that in right here. Okay, and I'm going to do this a few more times. So on this one, I'm going to control click on number 3. Insert one row, let's see, below. Okay, and I'm going to do that one more time. Let's see. And I'm going to control click, insert one. So I'm just adding a couple more rows here. And that's probably enough for palliative care. So I'm going to go back in here. Let's do palliative medicine. Back in here and grab about 30. Go to like right here. Okay. And then paste it in. And you just keep doing this. So go back in, find another thing that you want to use. I'm going to grab what is palliative care. Okay, palliative care. It might be overboard to have split it up in this many, but I don't know. This is a huge one and we just haven't done that much on it, so I want to make sure we get it. Okay. Okay, so that's how you get more keywords and variations out of one huge keyword and all its variations. And so that is step 7, is to just break down any huge keywords and huge variations. We could do more with this one, but I think since I did so many on that one, that's enough with that one. But let me look. Let's look further down here and see if there's anything else that looks really good. Palliative care doctor. That's pretty specific. Types of palliative care. So these aren't too big, so I think we're good. I think we're good with that. Okay, to add on to number 7, I didn't go through deleting excess variations. We don't want this many variations, so we'll just delete excess. So just go through, we want like 30-ish variations. So go through and just kind of clean up. This one doesn't have many. That one's good. Okay. So you just go through and you're like, just deleting if there's way too many variations and it's overwhelming. We don't want to be overwhelming. So just go through and delete like that through every keyword, just to make sure there's not too many. And so now that's pretty much it for number 7, I think. Okay, to add on to number 7, I didn't go through deleting excess variations. We don't want this many variations, so we'll just delete excess. So just go through, we want like 30-ish variations. So go through and just kind of clean up. This one doesn't have many. That one's good. Okay. So you just go through and you're like, just deleting if there's way too many variations and it's overwhelming. We don't want to be overwhelming. So just go through and delete like that through every keyword, just to make sure there's not too many. Okay, so let's look at these steps. After we delete excess variations of the keywords, we need to actually delete some of the keywords that are not applicable. So let's go down and just look at these if they apply, because if they get too specific, like a specific program or specific doctor, a name of a company, then we really don't want to use those. So let's look through these. Palliative care programs, palliative care doctor. Well, I think, well, what do you think?
Yeah, you can keep those.
Palliative care cancer is cool. Palliative chemo is interesting. Fast facts. That's interesting. Goals. That's interesting. How to get qualifications, history of palliative care. Cleveland Clinic. Okay. We don't need that one.
You actually can highlight on the number 21 right there. Boom.
And then delete. Okay, so you highlight that number right there and then delete. Then you can delete the cell, I think, too. But we could do that after. Let's just go through first and delete, and then we can delete those. Palliative care principles is good. Palliative drug, palliative.
We might not want
doctors.
Our writers to write on just palliative drug.
Okay, palliative drug. Well, it's a keyword.
But it only has 70, and there's just one.
Okay. Yeah, so that one's small enough that we can just delete that. So, pain and palliative care. What do you think?
Sure.
Palliative factors. What is included in palliative care at home? That's important. Palliative care symptom management. What does the word palliative mean? So you go through and just look through each one of these. I cannot scroll in here. Okay. Did I go down too far? No, I didn't. Where am I? There I am. Okay. What type of infections are treated with palliative care? Is that a good one or not? I've got Aaron here.
So one thing that might be helpful at the very beginning is to sort.
Maybe just move that, yeah.
I'm going to put this way over here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's sort. So if you click on this first row and then you come over here to the filter, then you can sort by volume. And since these are all kind of that same volume, just for the sake of keeping them high, I'm going to put that right there. So if we wanted to sort, I think you sort here, let's try, oops, and Control Z if you do something wrong. I don't know why it's only gone to this.
Well, I think we need to delete the empty cell. It may not be.
Yeah. So you can right click and then delete row, and then right click and delete row.
There's probably hotkeys for that would be good to learn. I haven't done this enough to know the hotkeys yet, but.
So sort by, it'd be cool if it did it highest to lowest. That's weird.
Sort by values. Filter by values. No? Oh, no, it doesn't do highest to lowest. Okay. Not that we know of, but it's okay. We can.
I guess we did.
It looks like it's highest to lowest. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Well, almost.
I just did sort Z to A, so I guess that worked.
Well, it's almost highest to lowest, but look.
All right.
Look.
Yeah, that's fine.
These are out of, but it's okay. We can go. We're not doing that many in this series, so like it's really not that big a deal. We can go through and just find the ones that we're taking out. It's not the end of the world. I don't mind having this a small series. I don't think we should have the ones like 50.
Okay.
What is included
I
in
agree.
palliative care at home?
Yeah, delete anything that's lower volume.
Palliative factors.
It's probably not worth it.
How to get palliative care. How to get palliative care. I don't know why there's not many variations here. It's weird. But
You could even put palliative care factors in there. palliative factors or whatever in with that one just to include it so we don't miss.
As a variation.
Yeah.
Okay. Palliative factors. Okay, so you just go through and you delete anything that looks... That one is... So you look at the volume of these and you look at the applicability.
So we probably don't need any of those.
So, yeah.
So just those ones.
So from 23... and then highlight down, we can just delete. Because they're low, the volume's so low that we don't want to extend that, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so delete row.
Cool. That looks great.
Okay. So that should be everything for step 7. Finally. I keep adding on to this, but hopefully you'll be able to figure out however it is when you finally, whoever's watching this and whoever's following it. We are always trying to get our systems better and better as we go, so you should be able to figure it out, even though I kind of am modifying it as I'm going. But you should be able to figure this out and follow along. So. And
there's one thing worth mentioning is the reason we are only keeping like 20 or 25 is because a lot of these are really just one keyword, right? Palliative care. And so we don't want to just... Like if we're gonna stress palliative care, we're not gonna do more than 25 or 30 articles. I mean, that's plenty enough for one keyword. And so this is a little bit of a stretch from what our typical would be. But because palliative care has such tremendously high volume, we do think it's worth that many articles. I mean, look at that
22
volume.
Articles.
It's insane volume.
Because of this volume here.
Yeah.
That's why that we're going to do these.
So it's worth investing a whole series on this.
And then we'll probably do a series on hospice after this.
Yep.
So we find things that are linked like that have a lot of high volume. Okay.